Well, howdy to everyone, and welcome again to another edition of the Jackson 5. And this week we're doing things a little bit differently. We're not going to go hunting any monsters this week, any mythical creatures out there. We'll pick that back up maybe next week. The kids did find a new one called Frogman somewhere here in Ohio that they're interested in going and researching, but we'll talk about that on the next program. For this program, we thought we'd deal with a more relevant topic that many parents out there are struggling with in this day and age, and that is how to deal with handling children at home full-time during the quarantine. As you know, schools have been let out all across the country. Many of them are not going back this school year. The school year is pretty close to being over anyways at this point, but they're not going back, and they might not even go back except part-time in the next school year when the fall time rolls around. So parents are trying to figure out how to handle having their kids home 24/7 and dealing with that and trying to relax. Now, we've seen some pretty disturbing things on Facebook with how parents are handling this. You know, those memes, we've all seen them with the parent sitting down watching TV and you see the kid duct taped to the wall behind them. And we just kind of want to point out and throw this out there as a word of advice that you probably should not duct tape your children in any shape or fashion, form whatsoever. Litigation will be involved. Probably child services will be at your door. Especially don't post it on Facebook if you're going to do something that crazy. But we just want to throw that out there. Now, as homeschooling parents, we thought we might be able to offer some words of advice as to how you can handle the quarantine with your kids. Because, as everyone knows, my honey of a wife has been dealing with this for a long time, being a homeschooling mom.
Yeah, this is definitely not my first rodeo.
So, speaking of rodeos, which is what it's like having kids at home all the time, what you have to remember is the one in charge of the rodeo is not the cowboy, but the bull. And what most people don't realize is they're allowing their kids to be the bull in their life. So you got to turn things around and let them know who's the boss. And maybe do something like we did, which held the first annual Jackson 5 Corona Rodeo. Stay tuned. And I am coming to you from Utica, Ohio, and the numbers have just come in from the bull riding Corona Rodeo Championship, and it turns out the winner is Grace Lenore Jackson, who stayed on the bull at 5.02 seconds. Congratulations, Gracie! On behalf of the Jackson 5, we would like to present with you the Corona Rodeo Championship Trophy, which happens to be a repurposed 1993 third place Utica Tournament t-shirt access T-ball trophy of mine, but hey, there's a pandemic out there. We really couldn't go out and get you another trophy. Here you go. Congratulations! Do you have anything to say to the camera about winning? What do you want to say? Say anything. Anything, kid. Just say something.
Perfect.
Good job. We'll see y'all later.